Sequoia High School for the 6th and final game of the War Lodge Classic Invitational. I'm Chase Schaefer. Joining me a special treat tonight, Sequoia Varsity Boys head coach, Coach Carden. Thank you for joining us here on a fantastic evening for basketball.
I am very excited about kind of doing some analysis on this game. Centennial's a region opponent. Berkmar is very well coached, and just looking really forward to seeing what we see tonight. Last game of the whole 2 days event and everything. So excited about it.
Yeah, and we have been here on Chiefs TV to bring you every single one of those. So a big-time matchup here with potential region ramifications for the Sequoia Chiefs. They'll see Centennial at least 2 more times throughout the course of the season once Sequoia kicks off some deep region play. Berkmar versus Centennial. Coach, Berkmar missing one of their top players in Malik Ewan. He is not playing this evening.
I talked with Coach Phillips before the game, and he said that he's got some back problems. He's struggling a little bit, and then he's also had 3 technicals, so he's having to sit out for disciplinary reasons, which they said that's the main reason. But he is hurt, so he wouldn't have been playing anyway. So it's one of those deals.
Well, seems like a good time to sit him down for disciplinary reasons.
Yeah. And Coach Phillips told me he's just like everybody else. You know, they're going through situations. They've had some kids quarantined. They're missing kids from injury and everything. He brings 14 over here. He dresses 10. Something very similar to what we did today. You know, we have a lot of players, but not many available for right now.
Getting ready to get underway here. Your home team is going to be Berkmar, as they're wearing whites with black letters, and Centennial wearing blacks with white numbers on them. So on the scoreboard, your home team going to be Berkmar. As Centennial inbounds this one to start the game. Defensive pressure right away as Spoonie brings this one up into the front court. Going to drive in, checks back up, sends this one out to the wing. Now to the top of the key, inside, now back out to the wing. Pull up, 3-point jumper, no good. And nice offensive rebound down in the low post. Good bucket there for number 5, Wade Call.
They showing their dominance right away on the inside, getting a putback basket because their big 6'10" guy's not in there. So we made it look see if that's a big factor going forward, not being able to handle the 6'7" kid.
Berkmar taking their time working around the perimeter. A turnover, a costly turnover, but that one poked back away. So after a little back and forth, Centennial driving into the lane, and nice finish there by Manser Williamson, the sophomore point guard. And Centennial up 4-0 here early in the first quarter.
And you can kind of see Centennials in that little 3-2 matchup, kind of like what we were playing earlier today. I've seen a lot of teams playing that. So
nice finish there by Sumaharo as he puts the first points on the board for Berkmar. Standing at the top of the key, now down into the corner is the basketball. Nice pick. Defensive switch is made, backing him down, and they're going to let him play, and Call puts another one up. Coach, we've seen this officiating crew tonight kind of let some physical play go, especially in that last game.
Yeah, I kind of thought, I didn't think that was a flop. I thought he turned his shoulder and probably should have got the call, but I guess me and referees never agree much anyway.
And driving the baseline, puts that one up and in, fouled. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2, he being Jamari Hill, the 6'4", 168-pound junior guard for Berkmar High School. So he'll go to the charity stripe for 2. And they'll look to cut this Centennial lead in half. So 6:31 left to go in the first quarter.
Been good action so far, all the way, in just a minute and a half. It went up and down. They've let them play. Be interesting to see how close they call this, or if they let it kind of go a little bit looser, as physical both teams are.
So miss on the first free throw attempt, make on the second. 6-3 Centennial still on top of Berkmar. Hip high dribble down the far side of the court, taking his time. Call takes this one at the wing. Call watching the chess pieces fall in place, now back out to the wing. Jumper from the outside, that one hits the front of the rim and short. That shot was by Nixon. Nixon can't get it to fall. Now here comes Rideout. He sends this one back over to Logan. Now he gets it back from Logan. Between the legs dribble. Going to try and split the defense. Can't do it. Has to throw that one out to the corner on the near side. Drive to the basket. That one up. Teases and rims out. And now here comes Centennial after a good defensive rebound.
And you know, Chase, what I just realized that I didn't was Logan Turner's not even starting. You know, Logan Turner's their best player, not starting.
Deep three-pointer there by Centennial. KJ Spooney, the senior point guard, knocks one down, and it's 9-3.
Centennial's coming out very aggressive in their 3-2 matchup zone. Kind of got Berkmar on their heels a little bit.
Baseline drive, nice swat away by Call, but he got a little bit too aggressive, and he caught Jamari Hill. So he'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Yeah, that's interesting that Logan Turner, their best player, is not playing. You know, could be a mispractice, could be you know, injuries. You don't know what's going on. Could be disciplinary reasons like we talked about. So interesting that. I'm sure he'll be in for too long. Very dynamic player and everything in our region.
Definitely looks like he's the first player on the bench behind the coach, so we could be seeing him sooner rather than later. And 15 feet straight away, the second shot is good by Hill. 9-4, 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Pushes this one out to the wing for Ford. Ford drives to the basket, now kicks that one back out. Long two-pointer, he fakes the shot, gonna flash to the basket and a travel. As Jerron Ford took a few too many steps.
Missed him on the give and go there. Should have went ahead and thrown it to him. I think he was open. One too many passes on that. So you got to take advantage, especially against a long, athletic, quick team like Berkmar.
Rideout leads the troops up the floor, but his shot goes off the rim. And this one's going to stay Berkmar basketball. Officials a little unsure, but it looks like that's why it's going to ride out.
Rideout is a transfer from South Cobb, so he's very familiar with our gym since they played in our gym last year. You know, I'll go ahead and give a shout out to my former team last year. We beat South Cobb over here in the War Lodge last year when they were ranked #1 and broke their 19-game winning streak. So it was a big win. But Jamel Rideout was one of the players on South Cobb.
That one tipped back in by Destin Logan on the second attempt. Centennial long two-pointer as he's standing on the line, no good. Berkmar starting to creep back into this one. 9-6, plenty of time still. 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. I want to thank everyone for joining us on ChiefsTV.org. Coach Carden joining us in the analyst seat, and he'll be with us the rest of the way of this game. Nice layup as that one goes in for Jamari Hill. And Berkmar pulls to within 1. It's 9-8 with 4:05 left in the first.
You know, Centennial got off to a good start, but I really think this will kind of be a tight, close game as they're going through. A little elevator screen by Centennial.
Cuts to the basket behind the back dribble. Has to take this one back out to the gray line at the War Lodge gym. Crossover. Now he kicks this one out to the corner. Wide open look at a 3. That one's up and a little bit long as it goes off the far side of the rim. Shot was up by Nixon, and another turnover by Berkmar. Here comes Centennial back down as Ford taking a three-point shot. He's going to hit that one off the back of the iron. No go there, and Berkmar with a chance to jump into a lead here, but they're going to get a reaching foul.
I think he just wanted to stop the ball there. You can see Nixon's sucking wind a little bit. Looks like maybe a tight end or a defensive end on the football team, so he may be a little bit winded in his up and down because we do have some thoroughbreds out here.
Speaking of Logan Turner, as Nixon goes to sit down, we finally see Turner. He's going to take his spot on defense in the low post. On the near side of your screen, Rideout between the leg dribble, going to go to his left, bobbles that one a little bit, finds his man in the corner. He's going to drive low post, and that one swatted away by Mansur Williamson. The point guard getting up and saying, get that out of here.
Nice little hop step and elevation, and he got right up there with it and blocked it cleanly against the wall. Clean.
Heard the basketball hit from all the way up here. Miss on the shot by Berkmar. This one pushed ahead for Call, but he can't corral the pass. Numbers for Berkmar, 4-on-3 as they come into the front court. Three-point shot taken. That one goes off the front. So, Coach, three-pointers not really falling too much at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, you know, I've always said that we you know, our gym's a shooter's gym, and right now they're not finding them in the 3 points and everything.
Call going to take a shot at it. That one teases but doesn't go in. Here comes Berkmar. Nice jump stop and dunks that one back. Olande. Sends a message with the putback dunk, and Berkmar takes its first lead of the evening, 10-9 with 2:29 left to go in the first quarter.
Nice little follow. Dunk you very much on that one. That was impressive as he got up and after the missed tip on a nice up and under move, and then missed the line. He's coming up, following it up, and dunked her through. Impressive.
So, Coach, while we got a minute, big win for your boys today.
Very, very pleased with our guys. You know, we were, right before the game, Preston Parker turned his ankle. You know, so we're already down, a couple of players and missing some guys. So our guys had to play some Iron Man minutes today and everything, and just very pleased with how they played and what they did. Another big win. That's 4 in a row for us and everything. And we still got a long, long way to go, though, Chase.
Team seems to be finding a little bit of a rhythm, though, but now back to the matter at hand. Centennial in the front court, ball at the wing, now to the top of the key. This one goes to Turner. Turner getting double teamed out at the logo, sends that one down to the corner. Fake, now back out to the wing. Driving in, sends this one back out to the corner again on the near side of your screen. Drive to the basket, now back out to the corner again. At the wing for Spooney. Spooney loses control of the basketball, but is rescued by Duncan. Duncan pulls that one up and knocks it down from 12 feet away, just inside the free throw line, and Centennial back in the lead with 1:50 left to go in the first quarter. Right out by himself. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, I was just saying, this little zone that Centennial plays is very stingy, and then as soon as I say something, they go right down the middle.
Ford finds a chink in the armor and lays that one off the front of the rim and in. And that one deflected by Rideout out of bounds. So Berkmar leading Centennial 12-11 in a highly anticipated matchup for the nightcap of the War Lodge Classic, Coach.
Hey, it's everything it's been billed to be. A lot of action. Boy, everybody's running up and down the floor, a couple of dunks. Only thing we hadn't seen is the shooting. And maybe we shot it all out with us in Cass because we made a lot of 3-pointers.
There we go. The first.
As soon as we say something,
night, Jalen Harris shoots that one from the wing. Nice shot to put Berkmar ahead, 15-11 with a minute left to go in the first quarter.
Everybody loves to shoot in the War Lodge, man. Everybody loves playing here. What a great place to play. I know I'm biased, but good place to play.
And nice pass there. This one's going to go up off the backboard. Second attempt laid up and in. Way to go, Tariq Giddens, to go up, get your own rebound, and put it back and score some points for your team. 6-point lead for Berkmar. That one fired up. Not sure he got the best shooting motion off of that one for Logan Turner. Misses that one, and now here comes Berkmar again. As that one blocked by Turner. Nice block there. And now we're coming back down to the other end. And that one is blocked by Jalen Harris.
A lot of athleticism out here on the floor.
This is a game that's going up and down the court. And now Berkmar, Isaiah Thomas finishes that one off. 19-11. Didn't see what the call was on that.
It was just a delay of game when the ball went through the basket. The players tapped it out. They do that a lot. Good job by officiating right then, just calling delay of game warning. You can't do that. That's a pet peeve of mine when the other team does that too, because we want to get the ball out quick and go.
5 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and we got a whistle. And it looks like Thomas is going to pick up his first foul of the evening. So lots of fireworks here in the first quarter, Coach. 4.1 seconds left to go. Let's see if Centennial can put some points on the board before the break.
Like I said, it's been up and down. Berkmar's quickness is really giving Centennial a little bit of problems.
Looking for the inbound pass, finding Turner just inside the three-point line. Turnaround jumper, no good, and the second attempt is no good either. So after one, your score, Berkmar on top of Centennial, 19-11. So, Coach, you were saying the athleticism of Berkmar really stretching this game out and making it an 8-point game.
It looks like they got into him a little bit and got some run-outs and then some tip-ins and stuff. And like I say, Logan Turner looks like there may be something wrong with him. He doesn't look 100%. I know he's usually a high-energy guy. But the athleticism of Berkmar is really taking over, even without those two big guys that they're not dressing today and everything. It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Barkdale has for them coming out to kind of solve their pressure. You usually got to do some pressure releases. You got to bring your posts up, empty out the backside. do some back doors, maybe some handoffs to take that pressure away and get some easy buckets and everything. But you know, they're obviously taking that away.
Absolutely. While we got a quick second, let's go ahead and thank some of our sponsors here for the Sequoia Chiefs basketball program. Our gold level sponsor is Buffalo's, for everyone's family. That's the Buffalo's in Riverstone Parkway in Canton. Black level sponsors are Beato's Bar and Grill here in Hickory Flat, the Barbie Lackey Financial Group, CycleWorks Sanitation in Ball Ground, Georgia, and Food Basket Deli, home of the best Phillies in town. As we come back to start the second quarter, Berkmar on top of Centennial, 19-11. Inbound pass taken now at the top is Giddens. Giddens sends this one back over to Olande.
See what they got planned for the zone for Berkmar this time, after Coach Phillips kind of had to set them down and kind of see what was going on with it. Looks like they're just more of a 5-out or 3-around-2 sometimes.
Mid-range jumper doesn't fall. Shot by Logan. Second attempt, no good either. Now the third time's not a charm. And number 5, that's Wade Call, gets ridden to the ground, so that's going to be a foul on Berkmar. As that one is going to be on Olande. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt on the inbounds. Not too heavy, a little soft, just to make them remember that they're there before they cross half court. Mooney dishes this one over to Duncan, and
caught him on a moving screen there. You know, remember, high school officials are very stringent on screens. College, you can sort of get away moving. Pros, you can move a lot. So you can't get out of the framework of your body in high school. If you move your hips or your elbows a little bit, they're going to call that on you. They kind of look for that.
Hill dribbles once and picks it up. Now this one down into the corner. Three-pointer up and good for number 4, Destin Logan, the junior guard, as he finds his range. And Berkmar starting to walk this one out. Turner sinks a 3 in response. And Berkmar wants to go ahead and take some time to talk about it. So now the three-pointer starting to fall, Coach. 22-14, Berkmar all over Centennial here in the early part of the first half.
I think they both got a little sweat going now. You know, it's a long warm-up. You know, we have so much time in between games, so kind of a slow start, but everybody's kind of warming up. That looked really good coming off Logan Turner's hands. And as I said, this is a shooter's gym. You know, you can shoot it from anywhere, and like I say, I really feel like people shoot the ball really well here. So defense is really at a premium in this gym. So let's see where it goes from here.
6:56 left to go in the opening half of this heavyweight tilt, scheduled for 4 rounds.
That's right, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Berkmar is ranked maybe 6th. I know Centennial moved into the rankings about at the 10th spot. Centennial 6-1, Berkmar's I think 5-1 or something. You know, and I talked with both of these coaches before the game, and they just said they're just so thankful to be able to play in this time of COVID. You know, and people losing games.
And a travel call goes against Berkmar. Coach, you had some scheduling challenges of your own for this weekend's festivities.
Yeah, we did. We had a girls team not show up. We had some cancellations, but overall, it's just been a great tournament. One little glitch in the squeeze gym, but everything else has been really good. Great basketball, both boys and girls. You know, a lot of good games kind of culminated by this game right here.
Turner going to go away from the screen. That one knocked out of his hands, picked up by Berkmar. Now here they come. That's right along, and he's going to go up and have that one stolen from him, and nobody back. It's a track meet all the way back to the basket, and putting that one home is Monser Williamson. And it's 22-16 with 6:08 left to go in the half.
Looks like Logan Turner kind of turned his ankle a little bit, a little tweak on the ankle. It seems to be okay, but twisted a little bit when he come down on it. These kids wear such low-top shoes. It's not like back in the day when we all wore ankle braces and high-top shoes.
And nice drive to the basket. The touch-up is going to go out on the second attempt. And finally, Centennial comes back after a nice offensive effort to try and put the ball back in, but it was for naught. And Duncan going to get tripped up right at about half court. And that's going to draw the ire of the officials, as Hill going to pick up another foul. Correction, that's his first of the night. Knights moving the ball up the court. Now at the top of the key. Nice crossover dribble pass. Now back out to the wing again. And down to the low post. That one up and in by Wade Call, the junior forward standing at 6'7". And here comes Centennial back 22-18.
They've kind of worked their way back in the game. Berkmar's kind of lost their intensity a little bit. Let's see what they do on this possession.
And a travel, too many jumps into the paint.
Tried to do a step through, you know, come off 2 feet, then he stepped through. Coach Phillips is kind of talking to the official about that. You know, some officials let you get away with that, some don't. I mean, it's just he jump stopped and then he stepped through, which most time that's a good play. But remember, officials, Chase, are never wrong. You know, they you're not going to get them to change their mind. If anybody knows that, that's me.
Well, at the very least, it looks like they had a pretty civil conversation about a nice block by Berkmar. Now they're going to stretch the court. One-on-one to the basket. Nice layup and in. Going around his man, Jamil Rideout.
Nice body control. I thought he was going to do the Euro step that everybody's doing that, but just kind of elevated and did a little flip shot underneath.
Berkmar not fooled by the screen. Nice defensive lockdown, three-pointer from the corner. That one goes off the rim. Your score 24-18. Berkmar on top. Second chance is blocked. Fake the pass. Now actually sends it out to the wing. Now down to Call in the low post. Call turnaround jumper. Knocks that one down. That was a beautiful shot, Coach.
Nice move by the big man. Got it too, kind of faded away. You know, coaches usually don't like their kids to fade, but he got it and elevated and made a shot.
Three-pointer from the corner, no good, off the front of the iron. Spooney making his way in. Three-point attempt knocked down by Jonah Hibbert. Don't look now. Centennial only trailing by 1 point with 4 minutes left to go in the half.
17-11. It's been a different game since that 1 point.
Deep three-pointer. That one goes off the back of the iron, though. Centennial with another chance as they're looking to stretch the floor, keeping it going quick. Another one, and that one goes off the side of the iron.
I think the roof would have come off on that one, Chase, if that one goes in. Or maybe not. Not enough people here, but we certainly can play like it, can't we?
And a foul picked up. Going to the charity stripe for Berkmar is Jamari Hill. Hill already has 4 points on the night. Let's see if he can add 2 more. First one good from 15 feet away. Some substitutions coming in, most notably Call. Gonna take a breather for a little bit. As Julian Nixon steps back in, the senior forward. Coach, like you said, built like a defensive end.
I think he got his second win going. He's ready to play again. He was really sucking air when come out the first time. A little breather, gets him ready to go, gets a little energy back.
So 26-23, Berkmar leads. Centennial finally crosses half court. Now drive to the basket, lays that one up and in. What a beautiful finger roll by Kyle Duncan.
Nice little finger roll a la George Gervin. The Iceman made that famous by going in the lane and being able to finger roll. Don't see that much anymore, finger roll. So cool little shot by him.
26-25, Centennial trailing by 1. 3 minutes left to go in the half. That shot nowhere even close. Maybe some contact. Track race back to the basket. Lays that one up and in, and Centennial retakes the lead. KJ Spooney lays that one off the glass, and it's a whole new ball game now, Coach.
Really impressed with how quick Centennial gets the ball out quick, you know, and obviously that'll go down in my notes when we play and how you got to get back.
Nice look inside. Nobody there, but he misses on the layup attempt, and it looks like they're going to give him looks like they got a foul on number 11. Is that Nixon they give the foul to for Centennial?
I think they did. I think both of them reached down. Berkmar missed a golden opportunity. Matter of fact, the lob was there, and then ended up throwing behind. They're looking behind the zone, which is where you got the attack zones at from behind.
Look, picture perfect. Nobody was in his wingspan. Now driving the lane, sends that one over, and able to recover is Olande. Tries to split the defense, not happening. Oh, but a foul picked up on Centennial after Hill ran headlong into the Centennial defense, tried to split the defenders, but it wasn't happening.
Yeah, a little nickel dimer there, you know, ticky-tack. Again, referee's doing a pretty good job. Us coaches just don't agree with them much. I think they know that.
Nice layup there by number 15, Daryl Londe. And your score is 28-27. Berkmar retakes the lead. Berkmar bench wanted to travel on call, and that one not good on the first attempt. The putback no good either. Rebound taken by Berkmar. Pushing this one up the court. Giddens all by himself. Now he's going to drive into the lane. Throws that one up, and it goes off the bottom of the rim. Turnover, 2-on-1. Now coming back the other way, and they're going to get an offensive foul. As it looked like number 21, Marcus Ayer, caught his defender right in the beak with a forearm.
You know, Chase, are we in the War Lodge or are we out on the playground? Because, boy, it's been up and down, a little bit wild these last 2 minutes or so.
Oh, it's definitely a track meet, Coach. A minute 40 left to go in the half. Maybe this will be a game that comes down to the better conditioned team. Look in the corner now at the top of the key. He's going to drive the lane, lay that one up, and it goes in.
Oh, yeah. Played with it on the cylinder. He can't do that. Ball was going in anyway. Should have just left it alone. You know, as a coach, you're not going to get real mad at the other than you need to be a little smarter on that because we had a bucket going down. But he's aggressive and somebody that really likes our players to crash the glass no matter what, no matter how big or small you are. We like to see that.
Speaking of crash the glass, Aiden Watson today.
Yeah.
He was definitely big on the boards for the Sequoia Chiefs. Turnover now. This one recovered by Centennial. Nice behind the back move. Now out to the corner. Deep three-pointer. That one goes off the side of the rim. No good. Berkmar gets this one back. Coach, a little bit of a scoring drought here. It's still 28-27 with under a minute to go in the half.
Yeah, Chase, it's been kind of sloppy, hasn't it, for the last 2.5 minutes because Centennial made that nice little run and we're really getting in a rhythm. Then it all of a sudden the intensity level picked up, and then we struggle a little bit on the intensity level. See, we're
still can't make it on the putback. Now the third time's a charm. First few points and a steal. Nope. Centennial going to recover. Those points were scored by Logan. Now a three-pointer from just outside the top of the key. No good. Offensive rebound. Now Turner going to try another one, and Turner knocks this one down, and it's a tie game. 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Coach, this one has certainly lived up to the hype.
Absolutely. Berkmar ought to bring it for the last shot so they know they're going in either at halftime or – yeah, see, that wasn't –
turnover there.
Situational basketball, Chase. You know, from a coaching standpoint, you got to tell your kids, put it under your arm, especially with them being in zone. Let's take the last shot, and let's either go up 2 or 3 or go at tied at halftime.
So a big opportunity now for Centennial to go into the locker room with some points or with a little bit of a lead. 8.5 seconds left to go. Let's see what they draw up here. Looks like we have Call, Ford. Nope, wrong roster. We have Duncan, Call.
See what they do in the last second. This is something I need to know, too.
Oh, nice steal. 4 seconds left. He has to fire that one down. Can they put it up and in? Nice play and finish by Mansur Williams, who has been all over the court. What a fantastic ad-lib there. And Centennial going to go into the break up 32-30. Coach, nice job there. Great effort play.
Let me see. I'm sure that's exactly the way Coach Barksdale said he wanted to do it. He wanted to dribble down, let it get slapped away. You dive for the ball, throw a bullet pass to your teammate, and you lay it in on the buzzer. Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, if he drew that up, he's a genius, and that's something you're going to have to account for when we play them in region play this year. So, Coach, while we have a few minutes during the halftime, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the War Lodge Classic Invitational, how it kind of came to be, and go ahead.
We're on our 5th year of the War Lodge Invitational. It started when I first got here. Coach DeWitt, there was a girls coach at the time, said, "Hey, instead of going off to a tournament, we've got really great facilities. Everybody loves to play here. Let's see if we can put together." And it first started out as a 3-day event, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And We actually tried to started out was a tournament, but then we decided we're going to make it a classic. And what we catered to everybody about was, if you needed a game, we will get you one. If you need two, we'll get you one. If you need three, we'll get you three. So that's kind of why, because during the course of the season, so many times you just need a game, or you need two games, or you're not real concerned about playing in a tournament format. You just want to get some good games against good competition. And each year, we had 37 teams this year. And remember, this is in a year of COVID when everybody's getting quarantined, and every time somebody had to drop out because of quarantine, somebody stepped right up. So especially during this time when so many people is getting dropped and not being able to play their games and getting quarantined and everything, and then here we are get to have this just unbelievable event spread out in 3 gyms today, 5 gyms yesterday. And the thing about it, Chase, it'll only grow and get bigger. 37 teams will probably expand to 40 next year. We try to do it. And it's just been a great time. I've had a great time anyway.
Yeah, these showcases and classics seem to be a lot of fun and big draws. I'd like to see it in a year where we can actually have a full house.
Absolutely. And to be truthful, the crowds have been pretty good. We got a nice little crowd for this is a COVID crowd. They're doing a decent job being socially distanced, but it's about the number. Remember, our capacity, we can only have, I think, 250 in the gym at the time. We're only allowed at 25% capacity, so we've probably got 100 people here right now. But during our high school games, our capacity is topped out at about 250, I think, or so, because you only have 25%, and it may even go down. It wouldn't surprise me if Cherokee County came back and says, "Hey, look, there's nobody coming in except for parents," because I know that's what Fulton County did. They went to each athlete can have 2 adults. They can have 2 adults with them. No students are coming, and that's the great thing about what you're doing here, is giving those people that may not be able to come to the game and give them an opportunity to still see their kids play, still see their buddies play, still see their friends play. And also, by doing it this way, maybe they have relatives that live in Alabama, Tennessee, wherever they live at, they can tune in and see their kids play. And I just think that's a great thing to be able to do during this time, because Jay, sports is the one thing that we all have and we all identify with. So I think it's great we're still getting to have that. So we're so thankful to be able to play.
Yeah, and Coach, that was one of the things that I would usually I tried to open some of my football games with. I'd say, in the age of COVID, now it's time for us to sit down and gather together around the table of the tie that binds us. That's high school sports, because there's not an event that brings the community together more than high school sports.
Well, just like with our football, Coach Teeter and Coach Coleman and the football staff, Coach Mann that's sitting over here beside it, I'm big fans of them. I didn't miss any of their games. They're great coaches, and above all, they're really, really good people. And Coach Teeter and I have got a really good relationship. We've got a couple of kids on our varsity team, and a few on our JV, and quite a few on our freshman team. They're dual sport athletes who played football and basketball. And then when the summer comes around, we really try to do a good job of sitting down and making sure kids, our schedules don't conflict, so these kids that do play 2 sports can get to both their workouts and come play in our camps and stuff. So, like you said, the sports is one thing that kind of binds everybody together and able to kind of forget about what's going on in the world right now, and able to do that. It seems like everybody's having a good time with it too.
Coach, this I know you're only allowed 25% capacity, but we definitely had to be like at 24.9% capacity for that Creekview game a couple weeks ago. The joint was definitely rocking.
Yeah, something. I think a couple people probably came out of the woodworks on that. Maybe came in the back door or one of the side doors or something like that. We have to really get on these kids and make sure they stay socially distanced and keep their mask on. Remember, it's recommended, it's not required, but You know, it was good. You know, our first 3 games we had good crowds with Cherokee and Woodstock and Creekview at home. So just real pleased with that. And you're right. I'm sure we were busting at the capacity on that game.
So changing gears for a second, Coach, your boys just took down Cass in was a really impressive game. Kyle and I were sitting here talking about how they shot the lights out of the building. We didn't know how they were going to play the rest of the games if we couldn't see without any lights.
Well, one of the things that we have going for us is we shoot the ball really well. That's one of the things. Now, one of the worst things that we could have done in our very first scrimmage game against Marietta is make 17 threes. So now that's the
standard,
the film that everybody's got on us and everything. But I made a comment. I was very fortunate. I don't know if you noticed, you know, Miles McGee, Donovan Shipp, and Deshaun Robinson was at our game today watching us. Arthur Parker's been in our game and everything. And, you know, we were not a great shooting team last year, but we were a very good offensive team. And there's a big difference in that. You know, people say, hey, this group can shoot. You can get out on shooters. It's very difficult to stop scorers. And those kids were scorers, you know, along with Jackson Greco, who's at Mercer right now. Those kids were just cornerstones of our program for 4 years. You know, Donovan and Jackson and Miles were 4-year players, and Jackson and Donovan were 4-year starters and 1,000-point scorers, and Jackson was the all-time leading scorer. So it's a big difference in being a good offensive team and being a good shooting team, you know. And you know, if you talk with any of these kids, you would say, "Oh, coach don't care nothing about shooting. All he cares about defense." I don't think we do anything but work on defense, you know. And then I still, you know, get out there and complaining about how bad our defense is. We've got to get better at it, and we work on it every day. I know sometimes it doesn't appear that way when we play, but these kids, you know, I see some of them here, you know, scouting Centennial, which I ask them to come back and watch. And, you know, if you brought one of them, asked them and said, hey, what does Coach Carden work on every day? Oh, gosh, fundamentals and defense, that's all we ever do, you know.
Got to have that defense for when the shots stop falling.
Yeah.
We were talking about that on the broadcast during the game. We said, you know, is the law of average is going to catch up with this team eventually, because Woolley comes off a night where he shoots 10 3-pointers and then turns around the next night and still scores 29 points.
Yeah, you know. Well, the first thing people don't realize about Dylan is, number one, he's a tremendous kid. Okay, I mean, just a coach's dream. First one at practice, last one to leave. Works at the Shooter's Nest, always in the gym. And he just lives down the street from me, so he's always asking to get in the gym. And he puts in a ton of time. People don't know all the time that he puts in on the gun, working on his own, working with his trainer. You know, working out in his driveway. You know, of course, in the gym, and then you know, one of his best friends. Fisher Mitchell, and then Kyle Keener, who came over to us and everything. They are just tremendous kids. And our senior, Aiden Watson, you know, and we're missing some people right now. You know, we're still not at full strength, but those kids are carrying. We got 4 guys averaging double figures. You know, as I said, Aiden is playing just on guts and heart right now, because he's really hurt. He's got a bad back. He's got a bad knee. You know, and his athleticism, you know, he was one of the most athletic kids in the whole state.
And you couldn't tell by his play tonight. He was, we said it on the broadcast. I said, get that man some Windex, because he is cleaning the glass all night long. And Fisher Mitchell, I really just like his style of play. He is really fun to watch, move up and down from the high post to low post. He can even turn and shoot a 3-pointer from the top of the key sometimes. I just really like watching Fisher play.
I told Fisher, because he has got such a good touch, and we want him to attempt 4 threes a game, more if he can. But he's a good inside-outside player. You know, he can step out sometimes. He's also developed in post. He made a nice post move, little shoulder fake early in the game, and scored with it. Knocked down a 3, made some mid-range jumpers, and he's a good free throw shooter. And plus, he does a good job on the glass.
Well, Coach, we've talked all the way through halftime. There's the buzzer for us to kick off the second half of our primetime game here tonight between Berkmar and Centennial. If you're rejoining us after the break, Centennial went up 2 points on basically an effort play right as the buzzer was going off to end the first half. So Centennial leads Berkmar 32-30 as we're getting ready to get underway. Centennial going to inbound the ball. Turner going to send this one back in.
Logan Turner starting the second half and everything. It'd be interesting to see how he made a couple of nice threes, you know, and then made a bucket and everything. So let's see if he can get untracked this second half.
Spooney tried to drive in. It wasn't there. Now baseline drive. Gets this one kicked out to Call, who that one falls short of the basket. Here comes Berkmar. Nice bounce pass down to the low block. And that one laid up and in by Jamari Hill. That's his 8th point of the evening. And that ties it up at 32 apiece, just 30 seconds into the third quarter.
Chase, it just really looks like this thing's going to go down to the wire. I mean, there's little runs. Oh, he walked. Really impressed with Berkmar, how they know how to hedge on defense on that high screen. Very evident Coach Phillips has worked with them on that.
Yeah, they're definitely not fooled by the screen at the top.
No, they're not. They hedge and recover and do some really good things. And college coaches know that. They look at that kind of stuff. So many players think that, oh, a college coach looks for me, it's all my scoring. It's probably everything but that.
Fake and now pass down to the low key, right on top of the SHS logo, and it looks like we're going to get a jump ball. Didn't see the signal from the official. Possession arrow in favor of Berkmar, so they'll retain possession of the basketball. 1 minute gone in the third period. Inbounding this one for Berkmar is going to be Rideout. Rideout has to find something now. Everybody breaks for the half-court line. This one's going to go out to Logan. Logan one-on-one with Turner. Now he pulls back and shoots the three-pointer. That one goes off the front of the rim. Bounces a second time. Now this one pushed ahead for Duncan. Duncan leaves this one over to Williamson. Williamson backs out, waits for the Cavalry to arrive, and another screen. Williamson picks up his dribble. Berkmar not fooled by that screen like Coach Carden said. Now baseline drive, almost loses the basketball, has to poke this one back out to the wing. Three-point shot, too long, and the rebound taken by Olande. Looking down to the corner, now back out to the other side wing. Nice drive, and baseline drive goes over the top of the rim, but he gets fouled on the attempt. And it looks like Olande going to go shoot two.
Nice strong move there, too. Hey, one thing I've noticed just in the first 2 minutes, when the shot goes up, Berkmar is getting back quickly. Because if you remember in the first half, Centennial got a lot of runouts, and they were getting that ball out quick. It's obvious Coach Phillips went back and said, hey, we've got to get back and protect the basket after a rebound. So you can tell they're getting sprinting back.
Olande sinks the first of two, and Logan looking for a body that wasn't there on the pass. And Berkmar leading by 1 point, 33-32 with 6:11 left to go in the third quarter. And what has been a tightly contested basketball game. Rideout goes to his left, now sends this one back to Logan. Now, nice recovery there by Hill, and that one rejected, but it's going to go out of bounds off Centennial as Kyle Duncan came in on Jalen Harris and said no thank you and swatted that one away on the layup attempt.
Berkmar's got to get a little bit tighter with the ball. Nice little back screen on the weak side.
Harris puts
on
that
the
one
inbounds
away.
Play.
Harris puts that one back up 35-32, and Berkmar starting to retake the lead. And a foul on the shot attempt, so going to the line is going to be Williamson. Williamson already with 6 points on the night. Best case scenario, he gets 8 here and can pull this one back to within 1 point. 5:45 left to go in the third quarter.
We talk a lot about when you're guarding the ball, not opening your hips. You know, the Berkmar kid opened his hips. Williamson got to the hole, then he used a nice little scoop shot underneath as opposed to going up with the left hand, and it drew the foul on it. But you got to stay in front of your man. You got to force him to the sidelines or force him to the middle, whatever you tell him to do. But you cannot turn those hips. Good, quick players will go around you.
Williamson misses both, so still 35-32 in favor of Berkmar. Nice pass to the low post, nice pass defense in the low post, and that one is going to be Centennial basketball as Williamson. Coach Williamson has been all over the floor tonight, has his hands in everything.
I think he's been the catalyst this whole game. He's really played, controlled the offense, got them in sets, made shots. There's a backdoor cut.
Nice basket by Turner.
Take it.
Turner goes
backdoor. What we talked about earlier is having some pressure releases against their Berkmar's overplaying defense, and that was one of them.
35-34, not anymore as that one goes in on Olande's layup, 37-34. And we're going to get a timeout here with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the third period. Berkmar on top of Centennial, 37-34.
Again, that was, I see Coach Barksdale and his assistants getting on to their wings about not dropping down when the ball's opposite of you. It's so important in a zone to make sure you rotate to the correct spot. You know, we talk about rotations all the time. And if you don't rotate in a zone, then the backside's going to be wide open. Berkmar recognized that, high pass from the top to underneath for an easy basket. You've got to rotate in the zone. You've got to constantly have your head on a swivel and know where the basketball is, know where the man is, and not just guard a plank on the floor.
Go ahead and take an opportunity to thank our Sequoia basketball sponsors, our gold level sponsor, Buffaloes, where everyone is family. That's the Buffaloes off Riverstone Parkway in Canton, Georgia. Black level sponsors include Food Basket Deli, home of the best Phillies in town. Cycle Works Sanitation in Ball Ground, Georgia, the Barbie Lackey Financial Group, and Beto's Bar and Grill right here up the road in Hickory Flat as we come out from the timeout. 5:05 left to go in the third. Berkmar on top of Centennial, 34.
And thanks again for all those sponsors, especially Beto's and all the rest of them. My daughter works at Beto's, one of my favorite places in Hickory Flat to go eat, and all those other places too. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Hope there'll be plenty more to come. Maybe this is something we can incorporate next basketball season. Deep three-pointer, that one just a little bit off. So still 37-34. And a nice move inside, and the finish by Jamari Hill. And Berkmar starting to walk this one out a little bit, leading 39-34. And down to the floor goes Turner. And they're going to pick up a foul on number 15, who is Jalen Harris for Berkmar.
You know, Chase, there's no doubt Coach Phillips has told, look, when we score or they get a rebound, we are getting back, because Centennial's not getting the runouts like they were getting more.
Nice move on the inbound pass, finished by KJ Spooney.
Very savvy play there, seeing the pressure come out, because a lot of teams will zone the inbounds. Berkmar mans the inbounds and just tries to overplay everything. So
shot from inside the key goes off the front, but an offensive rebound. Harris steps back out. Correction, Hill. Hill going to drive baseline now and lays that one up and in. And he's going to go to the line to shoot two as he's fouled on the layup attempt. 39-36 still. Coach Phillips a little bit unhappy with the fact that one of the Centennial players grabbed the basket, or grabbed the hoop, and pulled down on it.
With all the high-flying athletes that we have out here, there's been quite a few hands around the rim that could have been called offensive goaltending or defensive goaltending. Referees have got their hands full being able to keep that in check and being able to do that.
Jamari Hill sinks the first one, and the second one dead on from 15 feet away, 41-36, 4:03 left to go in the third.
Really good coaching technique by Coach Phillips right there. After the free throw, you run somebody up so the other team can't get a fast break going the other way. You get to set your defense, almost like a tiny little timeout that makes them reset. So good coaching move by them. Both these coaches are good players, good coaches.
Turner strokes the three-pointer, and that'll make it a two-point ball game, 41-39. Sorry to cut you off there, Coach.
I think that's Logan Turner's third three-pointer.
Tight defense in the key.
Charge.
And charge. Ooh. No, they're going to call a block. Definitely looked like from where we were sitting that Ryan Baylor had his feet set.
Chase, I think that was a situation where, because Turner is such a small kid, probably 5'9" or so, and Jamel Rideout has got such hops, he kind of jumped over him. You know, if he had been a little bit bigger, he'd been able to take that charge right in the chest, but Jamal Rideout jumped over him, so he got the blocking call, but his feet were definitely set.
First one made by Jamal Rideout. Coach Phillips making sure his team not going to get into a track meet with Centennial. Still up by 3. And checking into the game for Berkmar is going to be Hill. He got a short break. As Rideout going to make his way back to the bench for Berkmar. 43-39, 3.5 minutes left to go in the third. This pass over to Turner. Turner fires another one. Oh, so close. That one teases and jumps out of the hoop. Still 43-39. Here comes Berkmar. Nice move inside. Oh, what a beautiful move by Jerron Ford to pick up 2 more points. Here comes Centennial trying to get a fast break, though. Back out to the corner. Baylor fires a 3-pointer, and he sinks that one to bring it back to within 4.
Up and down the floor. Boy, a lot of quickness out here. Boy, you can't turn your head for a second.
2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. That one to the basket. They're going to let them play. Now a lob pass up. Finds a man in the corner. That's number 20, KJ Spooney. Nice pass to the basket. A little soft on the lay-in. Baylor going to take another one. That one's good. Uh-oh, tie ball game, 45-45 with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left to go, and out come the 3-pointers.
As you talked about earlier about our team, the great equalizer, being able to make the 3-point play, make the 3-point shot.
Here comes Turner again, one-on-one, as that one's knocked out of his hand. Baylor there to try and help him out, and Turner knocks down another one, 47-45, 2:10 left to go in the third quarter. Centennial really turning it up here at the end of the third period, Coach.
You know, it's up and down the floor. I'm really impressed with Centennial. They haven't backed down. Every time they've got down a couple of buckets, they've come right back and been very aggressive. Both these teams are very talented.
Logan Turner gets a piece of that one and knocks it out of bounds. So it looks like this one will be a toss in for Berkmar. Some substitutions coming in, giving everybody some rest. 1:50 left to go. Centennial on top of Berkmar, 47-45. Coach Turner sitting with 13 points, the high scorer on the floor right now.
You know, like I say, he's kind of shaking off a slow start and got more into the rhythm of the game, and got a little sweat going, and made a couple of nice little buckets to get back into the game. He's a good player. You know, he's going to be tough. What they're doing right here, Chase, one of the protocols at GHSA, that you have to have 2 balls on hand. The ball ever goes into the stands, you have to take the other basketball. You know, now they'll take that one over there, sanitize it. You can see Kayla Dondonville doing her duty. Our volunteers on our tip-off club are just great.
Deep 3-pointer by Jamil Rideout. So now back into the lead goes Berkmar, 48-47. Call down in the low post. Nice move, and floats that one into the basket. And back and forth we go. Who will end up with the lead? Nobody knows. 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. Centennial 49, Berkmar 48. Another deep 3-pointer, and that one is drained. He shot that one all the way from Cobb County. Rideout with another 3-pointer, and now Berkmar goes up by 2. 1:02 left to go in the third, 51-49. The response 3, no good by Centennial. This one poked away. Berkmar going to pick up the rebound, one-on-one with Logan Turner, and down to one knee he goes. Nice pass around the defense. Baseline drive now goes up, and the second attempt is no good. They're going to try it one more time, but this one taken by Baylor and finally knocked out of bounds. And let's see which way the basketball is going to go. And it looks like it's going to go to Berkmar. So 51-49 with 41 seconds left to go in the third. Quite a back-and-forth sequence there, Coach.
Both teams are playing extremely hard, and it's making it a little bit sloppy. Is because of how aggressive the defense is. A lot of hand checking, a lot of reaching, very physical on the inside. And referees are letting them do that, so you play the way they let you play.
Hill with the ball at the top of the key. Behind the back dribble, now between the legs. Between the legs 2 or 3 times, he sends that one back over to Rideout. Now he's going to drive the lane, put that one up and in, and a chance for a 3-point play after he draws the contact driving to the basket. So Rideout going to go to the nail and see if he can convert the and one.
Like I said, Jamil Rideout probably feels right at home being here at Sequoia. You know, he got to play 3 games during the break and then a game during the regular season.
No
probably
good as that one glances off the front of the rim. Here comes Centennial. Nice move, but that one doesn't find the basket, and that one's going to go off of Berkmar. I think Logan Turner might have accidentally spiked that one off the head of one of the Berkmar players.
Nice little up and under move, just never got it to fall. They did a little, showed it, went up under. It's got to go in, got to make it down. Let's see what they run here.
Out to the wing is Duncan. Down to the top of the key is Spoonie.
Here we are in another situation, Chase. Late game situation in third quarter.
Nice job to force the turnover, and Rideout's going to lay that one up and in. 6 seconds left to go in the quarter. Got to get the inbound pass in.
Got time to get a shot off.
Duncan's going to have to pull up and shoot one from deep, and that one doesn't even come close. So at the end of three, Berkmar in the driver's seat, 55-49. Coach, a little bit of a momentum shift here in Berkmar's favor.
Sure will. I think Berkmar turned up the defense a little bit. Centennial missed a couple of chances to score. They had opportunities to score, just didn't get them to go down. It'll be interesting to see how they come out in the fourth quarter.
Coach, this one has lived up to as advertised, and it's been a high-flying, exciting game the entire time. And we still got one more quarter left to go.
Absolutely, it's going right down. I really believe it'll go right down to the wire. I mean, yeah, they're up 6, Berkmar's up 6, but that can be erased in 2 times down the floor. So want to give a shout out to, I see some of my players over here. I see Dylan and Kyle Keener over there taking in the action. I see them talking to a couple of their buddies from, I see Trent Jackson from Creekview and Braden Pierce from River Ridge. You can always find out where Braden Pierce is. You just need to look up. Not too many 6'11" guys walking around it, especially here at Sequoia.
Passed by him a few minutes ago on my way back to the booth up here.
And again, I want to give the biggest shout outs, like I say, the volunteers that made this whole event possible. Nate Dondenville, David and Angie Geiger. I mean, they've been here all day long helping us out, as have you and as have Brad Mann over there too.
Centennial fixing to inbound the ball to start the fourth period, and the ball goes to Turner. Turner been the hot hand for Centennial so far, and walking right over the logo is going to be KJ Spoonie. Spoonie's been the setup man for this offense, and a foul on the floor. Both teams helping each player up.
You can hear Coach Phillips saying no middle, so that means they're trying to really force them to the baseline. That's just a personal defensive philosophy. Some coaches believe force to the middle or funnel to the middle. Some say force to the baseline. It's just really a personal philosophy on what you do.
Long pass tipped away, and this one going to be taken by Ford. Ford to the basket, lays that one up, and that one rolls out, so he's going to go to the basket to shoot 2. 7:44 left to go. Possession arrow in favor of Berkmar. 4 timeouts left for Berkmar, 3 for Centennial, as Ford steps up to the nail. And 15 feet straight away, 56-49. Centennial going to have to start reeling Berkmar back in, as Berkmar trying to keep Centennial at arm's length here in the final round of this heavyweight tilt here at the War Lodge Classic at Sequoia High School. Offensive rebound, but a floor foul as Ford misses his second free throw attempt. But it looks like that foul is going to be on Centennial, so Berkmar going to get another crack at it here, leading by 7, 56-49 with 7:42 left to go in the game.
Dora Olenade's been a monster underneath. Well, he plays very physical.
Nice shot from the free throw line, but it doesn't fall. Here comes Baylor.
Centennial needs a good possession right here.
Pull-up three-pointer, that one no good. That wasn't the possession that they were looking for. Turnover, and now Rideout.
Yeah, certain times in a game, you need to kind of back it out. Let's run something. Let's get a good shot. That was kind of one of those times.
Ford has the ball, dishes this one out to Hill. Hill looking to his left. He'll drive to the basket, lay that one up, and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say that one went off wall. So Berkmar retains possession. Inbound pass, that one poked away by Baylor. So this inbound will come from the side. Now back to the top for Jamari Hill. Between the legs, here comes the screen on Turner. Turner still stays on his man. He's not fooled, has to force back out. Rideout at the top, deep three-pointer for Rideout. That one goes around the rim and out. Second attempt, not good, but on the putback dunk for the third time, Doro Lalonde hammers that one home, and a timeout is called. 58-49 with 6:51 left to go. Coach, statement there by Lalonde.
Absolutely, Chase. I wish we had that on instant replay. You know,
just so happens we do have it on instant replay.
Great job. Nobody checked him out, and he's had his intense face on these last 2 or 3 minutes because he's been physical, setting screens, and that was impressive. Going up, dunking on the putback over the top of somebody. Coach Phillips gets a quick timeout. Probably make, hey, look, we just went up 9, 6:51 to go. Let's make sure that we get a good defensive stop here. It's about stops right now.
That would be huge for Berkmar if they were able to go up double digits with 6:50 left to go in the ball game.
Impressive dunk. Very, very impressive follow-up.
Some soft pressure in the backcourt by Berkmar. Baylor, and that one's going to be poked away. Oh, and tripped up is Rideout.
I'm just wondering, Chase, if Centennial's not getting a little bit tired. I mean, remember, Berkmar has been physical and just a pressuring with them the entire game. I'm just wondering if it's starting to take a toll on Centennial now.
Sumaharo checking in for Berkmar. 58-49, 6:40 left to go. Rideout standing on the Sequoia logo. Hip high dribble, not doing anything with it. Now he's going to go to his left. Now back up to the top of the key. This one for Harris now. They're going to try the alley-oop. It wasn't there, but on the putback, no good on the second attempt. Now under the basket, and a foul.
Yeah,
no, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So no, that's a foul.
No, I think they got a push on Dixon, number 11. He did kind of hip check him out of bounds and everything. So even though Coach Barksdale doesn't like that call, I think he didn't see what was going on. Was a hip check on that. But you got to remember, Olane's been playing very, very physical also.
Inbound to Rideout, now back down to the low post. And nice move to the inside of the basket, and another foul. And Lalonde is going to go to the charity stripe for 2 with a chance to put.
I just feel like you got to bring somebody down and double team him, maybe even triple team him. You're just not going to be able to guard somebody that strong playing behind. He made a really strong move. He should have got some help from his wings collapsing down. So when he turned in, he's turned into a guard or maybe a forward.
Lalonde misses the first and makes the second. And that is a 10-point lead for Berkmar. 6:15 left to go in the fourth, 59-49. And Berkmar starting to walk away with this one. Let's see if Centennial can climb back into it and reel them in. Still plenty of basketball left to be played. Turner takes this one at the wing. Looks to the top of the key, almost another turnover. That one taken by Duncan. Nice recovery by him. He'll drive the lane, double move, but he's fouled on his way to the basket, so he'll go shoot 2.
Duncan has kind of been held in check a little bit this fourth quarter, so I think that was a attack the rim. Let me see if I can get to the free throw line and give me some points and get my team back into it. Berkmar is really, really trying to assert their will on Centennial right now. It's going to be interesting to see what we do these last 6 minutes. 10-point game, and remember, this game has been tight and close from the tip.
Coach, if you're going to try and get back into this one, you got to make your free throws. First one no good, and the second one no good either. Poked out by Turner, so it'll be Berkmar basketball, so no points on the free throws.
Let's see if they go back into their big man again. See if they can get him posted up. Gonna run Twins high screen here.
At the top, Jamari Hill sends this one back over to Rideout. Rideout goes into the paint, puts his shoulder into that one, and finds the bottom of the basket. 61-49 left to go. .5:25 shown on the clock, and that one's going to stay Centennial basketball. 5:23 left to go, still 61-49. A big stop here and a trip down the court with some points, and Berkmar could really start thinking about putting this one away.
Still a lot of time left, Chase. Just Centennial has got to put the ball in the hole. And
Rideout
they've really got to find a way to get a bucket, get to the they got to find a way to get to the free throw line, but you got to make it, because Berkmar is on the verge of really breaking this thing wide open. And it's been because of their pressure. I mean, their hands are everywhere.
Another turnover, but Turner kicks that one. Turner with the nice kick save there, but that's the wrong sport. 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the fourth.
You know something, with after Cherokee and Sprayberry playing and then this game going on, we're going to have to get up and tighten those rims up a little bit, because they have been dunked on.
Almost another one there. Second attempt, no good, but a foul. Coach, Centennial starting to get a little sloppy. Are they getting gassed?
Well, that's what I said a little while ago, is that I think the Berkmar is imposing their will on them a little bit, and the pressure is kind of starting to get to them, you know. And because Berkmar has been relentless all game long, and that takes a toll on a team.
Rideout
both offensively and defensively.
Rideout makes the first one, 62-49, 5:10 left to go. Difference right now, Coach, looks like Berkmar's hitting their free throws and Centennial isn't, as the second one falls for Rideout.
I just think the biggest thing, they're getting a little bit tired. They really need to get a good offensive possession here. See what they do. They run a little screen and roll on the ball. Really need a good shot here.
A little bit of a drought. Nice move to the basket. He goes up and under, but he's going to be fouled. He being Kyle Duncan, so Duncan going to go back to the free throw line. Coach got to make these two.
Yeah, you know, you make a nice move, you get a call by the referee, so you got to knock down these free throws. He missed his first two. Let's see if he can relax and make one.
There's the first one.
Nice form on that one.
So 63-50, a 13-point lead for Berkmar. Like I said, Coach, still plenty of time left. Got almost 5 minutes of basketball left to go.
They've got to get stops, and then they got to make sure that they're getting good possessions down on offense. It comes down on the defensive end. You've got to get stops from here on out. Got to get stops.
Nails the second free throw, a 12-point deficit, 63-51. Rideout looking inside, throws that one back, three-point look, and that one is good by Jaron Ford. Deep three-pointer, and that was not said defensive stop, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good shot. Boy, he penetrated in there and kicked it out.
Oh, what a big rejection by Dara Olande.
By my count, that's 7 rows up, Chase. Bill Russell would have liked to seen him keep it in play to get the fast break started, but the crowd and the fans and his teammates like to see it go 7 rows up. So,
Coach, that was a video game rejection
absolutely.
Right there. He palmed that one and just threw it into the stands, basically.
So, again, the coaches would like to see you block it nice into play to your teammates to start the fast break. A la Bill Russell. You know, but that was kind of cool too, because they got the crowd on their feet.
The only thing that one was missing was the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag at the end of it. Boy, what a
and you know exactly what would have happened if he had did that. Oh, he would have got a taunting technical foul, because you're not allowed to have any fun when you're playing. You know, referees don't want that. You know? No, I'm kidding. You know, that's hopefully they wouldn't, but they probably would have.
15-point deficit. You got to think, I wonder if Olande just slapped the spirit out of the Centennial team with that block.
That's a good point, Chase. With 4.5 minutes to go, it's going to be interesting to see what they run here. You know, I'm just very, very impressed with Berkmar. I am very glad they're a 7A team. You know, they're not in our classification. But it's not like we don't have the same caliber of teams in 7A, you know, just right down or in 6A. right down the street from us, you know, with Wheeler and Cale and South Cobb and Allatoona and, you know, all the teams that they're playing.
Out of the top of the key, Logan Turner. Be a good time for him to dial up a three-pointer. He steps back and thinks about it, but it's not there. Nice lay-in, though. So finally breaking that scoring drought is Centennial as Wade Call, the 6'7 junior, lays that one into the basket. Maybe too little too late at 66-53, but Centennial not quite out of it just yet. Right out, sends this one back up to the top to Ford.
I think they're going to kind of spread them out. They're going to keep trying to score and attacking the rim. You know, it looks like all the kids are having trouble with our floor, too. It looks like it's slick a little bit. Either that or they're...
Nice crossover dribble, turns into a turnaround jumper, and that one falls for Jamari Hill, his 14th of the night. Call going to try and sink a three-pointer, and he does. A few more of those will get him back in at 68-56 with 3.5 minutes left to go, trailing by 12.
Coach Barksdale's telling him to step up a little bit, try to put some pressure on him. I just think the Berkmar guards are just too quick, you know.
Right out,
very athletic too.
Off the back of the rim, nice block there by Call. Big
very impressed with
Centennial.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, I was just going to say I was very impressed with how Centennial gets the ball out quick. Boy, that's the difference this half has been Berkmar has not given Centennial any of those runouts.
So 3 minutes left to go. Berkmar still on top of Centennial by 12, 68-56. Coach saw a foul on the opposite end of the court, and unfortunately for Centennial, they've put Berkmar in the bonus, so we're going to get some free throws.
Well, remember the new rule this year in high school is, you know, they erase the fouls, you know, after. So think about it, we've had 10 fouls this quarter and everything. So we'll see where that goes from here because you're going to have to foul and see if they miss some free throws. You can go down and make some threes.
First one on the 1-and-1 is good, so he'll get a second. Jamari Hill, the junior guard, 6'4", 168 pounds, listed on the roster. Shooting for his 16th point of the night. 13-point lead for Berkmar. And Berkmar starting to dial up the pressure in the backcourt, bringing out the press. Centennial breaks it. Now drive to the basket and a foul on the shot. And Williamson going to go to the free throw line. Coach Dara Olande just got that face of a competitor on right now. He looks focused and determined.
Oh, he's been a monster underneath the goal. I mean, he has played so physical and so tough with the putback dunk, with the rebounding, with the screens. You know, I've noticed his defense. You know how hard he's playing. Definitely been a factor in this game, especially with their 6'10" kids being out. They got to remember they're missing a 6'8" and a 6'10". He sure has asserted himself.
Williamson makes one of two. He makes the first one, the second one no good. Berkmar picks up the rebound. Still a 13-point deficit here for Centennial, driving the lane. My word, what another fantastic job by Rideout. They need to change his name to Ride In because he's been in the paint so much tonight with some impressive drives to the basket.
Great point, Chase. I mean, it's just very difficult. Centennial's having a very difficult time keeping the Berkmar guards in front of them. You know, and remember what I talked about earlier, you got to stay down in stance, and you cannot turn your hips or you're going to get beat. You see his hips are turned, they get into the hole.
Oh, missed on the dunk, but nice recovery there by Jerron Ford. Have to think if he'd have landed that dunk, that'd have been the dagger, Coach.
I think it would have been too. I think it's over with now. And
we're going to get a foul on the floor as Logan was driving to the basket. 1:55 left to go, 72-59. Both teams in the bonus possession arrow in favor of Berkmar. And going to the line to shoot is Destin Logan, the junior guard.
And here's the thing, Berkmar is pulling it out, trying to run a little bit of clock, but they're getting such good straight line drives to the basket. It's hard to tell you kids, hey, don't go take your layups because all Centennial can do is foul. But they are trying to hold it a little bit. You know, there's two different thoughts on that. So, you know, hold it, let them foul, or attack the rim and make them foul. So they're attacking the rim.
And the second one is good as well, so 74-59, 15-point lead for Berkmar. Down in the corner. Now nice move around Rideout and a very pretty layup and in, and we're going to get a timeout by Centennial. That was number 34 who laid that one in, Cooper Doolin. Dulion, I'm sorry, the 6'4", 215-pound sophomore. He's going to be a monster to deal with in the next couple of years.
Big, strong kid, yeah. You know, they're down 13 on 42. Coach Phillips at Berkmar is going to tell them spread it out. Try to get your man one-on-one. Have a high screen, attack the rim. If you don't have it, pull it out. Coach Barksdale is saying, hey, let's maybe get a couple of traps, see if we can get a quick three. Going to be very difficult to make this up with, down 13, 142 left. But truthfully, first of all, I'm very, very impressed with Berkmar. And also I know Centennial's getting beat now, but the Centennial is a very formidable opponent. They're going to be a power in our region.
Inbound pass for Berkmar, presses on, and that one going to be picked off right on top of the logo. That one laid up, no good. As it rattles out of the rim, Hill with the rebound. They're going to try and trap him down in the paint. He gets the pass off, breaks it, and Wall whiffs on the steal attempt. Berkmar, Coach Phillips, like you said, Coach telling him to spread it out, and they're going to say he picked up the ball. Say that one was a carry, so 74-61 with under 90 seconds left to go in the contest. So, Coach, it's close enough now. Who's your player of the game?
Oh, there's no doubt. It's number 12 for Berkmar. Olenade. He's the one that gave them the energy. Of course, Rideout played very, very well, too, from a scoring standpoint. But Olenade was the one that controlled everything offensively and defensively. Almost needs to be a coach because Rideout's played very well, too.
As that one is slapped away from Rideout, 58 seconds left to go, 74-61. Coach, all in all, a very successful, I think, War Lodge Classic Invitational. Had a lot of fun, got to see a lot of good basketball games, and a great time had by all.
Well, it's always fun when you put this thing on and you win all your games.
Yeah, that makes it better, too.
So that makes it good. And I know the last with this is the fourth year in a row that we've went undefeated in our own little tournament. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool with it and everything. Oh, we're gonna have to. I may have to switch roles right here, and.
It looks like cooler heads might prevail here.
And I'm the administrator in charge today, so I may have to take my headset off and go over there, and it looks like they're trying to.
Looks like everybody's keeping house in order pretty well. Looks like that one's going to cool off.
You know, Chase, here's what I'm going to say to this. I mean, we're getting to play basketball, and we're getting in a spirited game. And we don't need that.
Yeah, let's not ruin the good time.
Yeah, we're getting to play. Remember what the alternative is: not getting to play, not getting to play.
Looks like cooler heads are going to prevail as
and some schools and some kids are not getting to experience that because they're in quarantine or they're what was it, Atlanta Public and DeKalb County not getting to play.
Oh, hard foul there. As Wall was definitely not going to let Olande jam that one home and put the exclamation point on the win.
You know, Chase, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one because
when in doubt, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Getting a little chippy here at the end, and that's unfortunate because it was a fantastic game. Some great plays by all the players on each side, and the officials are going to put their heads together and have a discussion about this one with 55 seconds left.
Like I say, I don't see where he got him at. There was nobody. He got all ball. He went straight up. I just don't see where. Again, I'd like to see that replay. And
And we'll tread lightly there, 55.5 seconds left to go. Alameda going to go ahead and step up to the free throw line. And he doesn't knock down the first one as that one bounces out of the rim.
And on the playground, the kids are going to say the ball don't lie. We're going to say the ball don't talk, so it can't really lie. So I'm glad that play's over when we're moving on to another one.
Makes the second one 75-61. Driving into the paint now, and a pass back to the wing. Now Baylor's got this one, a three-point shot fired up, no good. Going to be taken by Rideout. Trap at half court, 30 seconds left to go. And timeout called by Berkmar after Rideout got trapped just on the far side of the court over by the half court line.
Chase, I tell you what's bothering me a little bit right now is just all the kids slipping. I really hope it's their shoes and not our floor, you know, because I've seen a lot of people slipping, and I don't think we swept it after it. And usually our floor's got a really good grip, so that's kind of a concern of mine because I've seen a lot of kids slipping out here and everything. But 31 more seconds, and then we're just about done.
Well, Coach, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a few seconds and throw some thank yous out myself. I want to go ahead and thank everyone watching at home on Chiefs TV. Without your support, I mean, what are we really doing here? We hope everyone has had a fantastic time watching all the games this weekend. We hope we can continue to put this product out for you. I want to go ahead and thank Chiefs TV and Coach Mann and the AV Club. You guys have done a fantastic job. I want to thank our courtesy officer who's standing up in the mezzanine, keeping everybody safe, and any other first responders we have here. And thanks to just everyone for supporting such a fantastic event. And we hope to see you guys back at the beginning of next year for Sequoia's next home games.
We're excited about that. We got a little break coming up. One day or so. Then we go over and play in the Lemon Street Classic on Tuesday, and then we get to head down to Dalton and play at Christian Heritage in a little tournament there. Then we've got an event going on right before we come back to school on January the 2nd at Cale High School. So we got some other games going on. So looking forward to that. Still, basketball is in full swing. Still got another 5 more games before we come back to school.
Baylor's first free throw sinks to the bottom of the net, 75-62 with a sliver under 18 seconds left to go. Second one rims out, and 15 seconds left. Still keeping the pressure on, and this one moved ahead for 4. And Alameda, he's going to jam that one home, and that's the exclamation point on a hard-fought victory here for Berkmar as the final horn sounds. Your final score here from the final game of the War Lodge Classic Invitational: Berkmar 77, Centennial 62. Coach, any final thoughts on the game?
Just a very spirited, up and down the floor type game. I know that Centennial lost, but I am very, very impressed with them. They're going to be a really tough out in the region. Excited about playing them, knowing we've got to do some things and play them and everything. So we'll see where it goes, but just real glad we got that going.
Well, thank you so much, Coach, for joining us in the booth. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on Chiefs TV. Thank you, Coach Mann. Thank you, Ian, our cameraman. And thank everybody for watching us here on Chiefs TV. It's been a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time here. Once again, your final score, 77-62. I'm Chase Schaefer on Chiefs TV. Joining me is Coach Carden. And one final thought as we go out into the world, be kind to each other. I'm Chase Schaefer, signing off.